Hello everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream and happy Thursday, musical chef. Congrats on getting first. I hope you're doing good. For Lauren, hello. It's okay if you lurk. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate it. Sorry, I kind of got lost while I was making my tea in the kitchen. I started doing some other stuff, and next thing I know it's almost been 20 minutes. I apologize, but I hope you've been good, and I hope the week has been good so far. Because tomorrow is Friday, I'm so excited. But today for dinner, I actually tried to do macaroni cheese for the first time, and personally, I think it was a banger because I did macaroni and cheese, and I mixed in some like barbecue chicken and some cauliflower and mushrooms, and that was banger. And I might take some for lunch tomorrow, to be determined. I'm still not sure what I'm going to take tomorrow for lunch, but today's dinner, it was banger. But without further ado, since so we don't delay this any further because I was already late, let me start up Scarlet Hollow. And today we're doing chapter 5, and that'll be the end of the second playthrough. So let's see how this will go. And I think after I finish chapter 5, I gotta see what game I'm going to play next. I'm very excited. Also, my allergies are flaring up again because, well, it did rain a couple of days ago, and usually my allergies ease up with the rain because the dust and particles and everything in between is not traveling everywhere. But because it hasn't rained in a bit now, it was only like half a day, but I don't know, I feel like my allergies are coming back. I'm definitely sniffly. But let us continue. Yes, let's continue. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 5? Let's just see a recap of episode 4. You open your eyes, it's a new day, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, have you heard from Stella? I haven't been able to get a hold of her. Thought she might have at least checked in with you. You check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. I'm so glad you came. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. But they never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that pretty early on. There have been some particular nasty rats in the church lately, and she says some things that led me to believe she might be able to understand them. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mine, spigot stands in hand. I'm not going to drink this. Then I am afraid I can't be of much help. Tea readings are my specialty. If I don't have your leaves, I can't do a reading. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy wood drywall. His voice sounds oh my god. Hold on, I need to collect myself. Might sneeze 1 second. Oh yeah, I had to mute that. But I need to blow my nose now. Yeah, the allergies are definitely back. Okay, his voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside, we're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. As Rhys tears his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of the two-dimensional worlds invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. Rhys said you should stay here, so you will. There are a few moments of silence. It's interrupted by some kind of percussive sound, like a quiet gunshot. You hear heavy, stumbling footsteps. Then Dr. Kelly screams. It cuts out, interrupted. You can only imagine why. The silence returns. Then footsteps on the stairs down to the basement. He reaches out a clawed hand. It brushes your cheek and you can feel the long streak of blood it leaves on your face, the metallic smell lingering even as his blood-soaked hand returns to his side. The two of you are bonded for life. Come along, Trona. Don't waste another second talking to it. It's unstable. You're real. I am. Better get running. You sit on the log beside Stella. Trona, how did you... You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Rhys out in the woods somewhere, blood-stained, free and beautiful. And then you think of nothing. It's time to continue your journey. Sorry, I was just blowing my nose. I need to take some medication for this, damn. Okay, let's wake up. A lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dream starts to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. Oh my god, what? When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. Human? Human, wake up! You slowly come to, roused by the voice of your small opossum friend. You feel strangely cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head still cloudy with sleep. Oh my god, your vision comes into focus.
The human's not dead. Okay. No easy breakfast for Dustin and Dustin Mom.
Dustin stands on your chest, his beady black eyes staring down into yours. Dustin's mom is hovering a healthy distance away. You are not in your bedroom. I can start crying. Did you two hear something just now, like a piano?
Dustin not know about piano. Could hear some weird bird though. No need to worry about weird bird. Weird birds sound like far away from here.
How did I get here?
Scary human came into the room at night, took good human away. Dustin was very, very scared, but Dustin would follow anyway to help good human. Dustin did not have good sense of self-preservation. But good human did not get eaten. Yay, Dustin helped.
Yeah, you did. Oh my god. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep, the old tilt of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. So this is the Forbidden Wing, and Wayne dragged you here in your sleep. Can you ever trust the safety of your bed again? There are two doors out of the bedroom. One is a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other is a door that must have once been hidden, though the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed of its secrecy. Do either of you know how to get back to my room?
Very easy. Holes everywhere in Dustin's house. Just got to squeeze between the walls. Human too big to squeeze between walls, Dustin. Gotta find human size way.
Well, let's investigate the once hidden door. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it besides the brass circle where a handle should be.
Home on the other side.
Look through the hole where the handle used to be. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening at what lies behind the door. The marsupial is right, it's your room.
which means you'd be able to slip right back into the safety of the rest of the house if you could manage to find the handle. Try forcing the door anyway. You push on the wall, it doesn't budge. You try messing with the metal contraption that stands in place as the door's handle, tugging and jiggling and pushing on it every which way, and still nothing. Well, let's call someone? You groggily pat your legs before realizing that you're still in your evening attire. Whatever brought you here wasn't thoughtful enough to bring your phone from the nightstand. Let's go explore. You cross the slanted room and exit into the hallway beyond. Oh my god, Dustin. Well, that's Dustin's mom. Before you is a long hallway. Dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through the cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away, though there's nowhere else to run to now. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and a staircase looms at the far end. Investigate. I mean, we've been here though. You make your way to the large set of double doors in the middle of the hallway. You can hear the light click of claws on hardwoods as Dustin Mom toddles along a safe distance behind you. It seems like some kind of entertainment room, the sort you'd expect out of a fancy rich people who wanted to show off. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There is a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Something else catches your eye too. A bookshelf, or rather what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden now exposed by the rot of this house. Dustin almost never coming here. All open space too scary. But room behind a wall is good hiding place. Dustin hide there sometimes. As he references his room behind the wall, Dustin stares at the broken down bookshelf that already caught your eye. Well, enter a hidden room. You test each step as you make your way across the room, especially careful as you cross over to the ruined section floor in front of the bookshelf. You can hear Dustin's mom hurrying behind you. We go to dark room now? Good, big open space, bad, vulnerable to attack. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. The walls are lined with ornate displays, cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Good place to take a nap. Well, if I examine the desk, will anything different happen? Open the top drawer. The top drawer mostly contains old-timely letters, writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit emblazoned with the initials ES. You can't help but notice the wax has been nibbled. Rest of sticking to Dustin teeth. Tastes good though. Underneath you find a pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature in the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this must be also his study. At the very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair neatly white against the dark sepia background. It's steady. It looks almost exactly the same as you did in your vision. Almost. There's a carefree look in his eye that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way back to the hospital bed. You close the drawer. Let's open the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Inside you find a strange collection of glass vials. There are surfaces that clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper, preserved somehow inside the containers, a hint of writing visible at the edges. You notice some of the corks have been lightly chewed. Pretty good for eating. Dustin always saves a special occasion. Tastes like old palm, fine vintage. Let's not open the vials this time. No way, shut the drawer. You don't need to go opening any strange vials of unknown liquid. You shut the drawer, sealing its secrets away. You've seen enough. Examine the painting in the parlor before returning to the hallway. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you have already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of this painting. The church, and then somewhere you've yet to see, the historical Callaway Tremaine homesteads. The fitted bronze plaque beneath reads, in commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project, let the past never be forgotten. Destin no get. Always marking what? Always making mark on paper. Does not know that prefer for eating. The paper for eating. You head down to the eerie corridor, following the path laid out in the dust. No, this is not good there. Destin, come back. You turn to face Destin's mom, who stands a little ways down to the corridor from you, her posture tense. But Destin's helping. Nothing bad will happen to Destin with big, strong human around. Destin mom said no. Don't care how strong human is. Only Destin mom knows what's best for Destin. Destin looks up at you with his large, black, wet eyes. Human will have to go without Destin. He clambers down from his place on her shoulder, gripping her clothes with his little clawed hands. Oh my god, he's so tiny. Hope human can find human-sized hole. We go back to Destin house now. Humans should be careful. Up there always smell like hurting. And with that final word of caution, Dustin and Dustin's mom toddle away, disappearing into some crevice that will take them back to the comfort of your dresser drawers. You continue following the tracks left by what you assume to be your fellow humans. They take you up a flight of stairs, and you find yourself to the 3rd floor of the estate. For the first time. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the farthest door. Move the boxes from in front of the nearest door. The boxes slid out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness. Okay, I'm here. Hi, how are you? Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its 4-posture frame. I think we've seen this all before. So I don't think I'm going to now. Finished with the tucked away room, you return to the hallway. Let's also enter the middle room, but I don't think I'll explore too much either. This place was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long time. Doing good, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good too. I think my allergies are coming back full force and I'm snotty. But it's gonna be okay. I'll take some medication later. This place, I already read that. Let's just check the bookshelf. The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Nick and Jane books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of education material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. You're done here. You make your way back to the hallway. Let's approach the window. You carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. There is nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. At least for now. Let's follow the trail. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antique mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. It pains you to stand in this space. Emotions hang over you, strong, oppressive, and overwhelmingly thoughts that threaten to fill your lungs. You don't feel death here. You feel something worse, a deeper loss, one that's left a wound that has refused to scar. You can't help but fixate on the carpet in the center of the room. The corner is rumpled, as if it had recently been moved. Let's move the carpet. You pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. What? An ornate ring of sigils has been carved into the floor, 5 along the edges with a 6 in the center. Let me take a print screen. The circle emits a now uncomfortably familiar feeling. You can now feel your gaze forced to crawl over every intricate detail of the carving in front of you. The serpent wrapped around the staff gives you flashes of the room beyond the morgue, and the darkness that swept through the house once it had been uncovered. The fist and chain makes you feel like you're back in the claustrophobic confines of the mines, surrounded by the angry hammering of its memories. The horns have the same nightmarishly dreamy feeling of the world constructed by the furious ghost of Charles Jaw Jr. The others are new to you. The feeling they emit are less intensive, giving only vague impressions of what they might be tied to. Golden feels the mewling of fresh souls, just slithering out of the womb and desperate to be fed. Another that rings bells in your mind, calling you not toward it, but away from it, pushing you from its threshold into the darkness. But the central symbol is the strongest of them all. It echoes across the room, a vast ego proclaiming its dominance. Damn. You continue forward toward the room in the far side of the room. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floors, but there is also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The doorframe itself is gouged and split in evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. You step forward. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with some nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window, set high in the far wall, is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. The pain radiating from these walls howls through your mind. Whatever lived here lived in constant torment. But the etching on the walls are more than just evidence of the suffering that went on here. Whatever was trapped in these walls was trying to send a message to you or to anyone who might have happened to cross it. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters, dug as deep into the brick as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. It almost looks like a word, though. None of the lines meet up, causing you to constantly doubt whether they're letters at all, or just lines that fool the eye into imagining shapes that aren't there. Your stomach clenches with nausea as you run your eyes along the deep furrows in the wall. But whatever wasn't here wanted these words to be known. So you do your best to store them away, trying to burn the image of them into your mind, carved deep into the wall, bloody against the filthy brick. And then, one final detail grabs you. A metallic flint from the filthy bare mattress, a doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Let's take it. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys, played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. I mean, what if I don't go? Because I did this last time, so... You have your missing door handle, it's time to get out of here. What if I just don't go? You make your way back to where you woke up and slot it in the middle into the secret door on the wall. It twists and the door pulls back as you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against your doorframe, relieved at once again having sturdy, unsloped ground beneath your feet and mortally clean air to breathe. The estate has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You live in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside, the morning's revelation seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. The cell, the doll, Enoch's occult sanctuary. Is it possible your cousin has known all about this? Well,
Tabitha needs to explain herself. There is nothing else that can possibly ease the growing pit in your stomach, and if she can't explain all of this, she'd better have an explanation. Maybe it's time to confront her and see what she has to say for herself. Let's confront Tabitha, now. There's a sound in the woods to your right, a snapping branch. It breaks you from your panic, your mind going blank with fresh fear. Tronan. Oh my god, look at him! You turn, shocked, and see that Reese is there, lurking at the edge of the woods. He's less monstrous than he was when you last saw him, and he's washed off the blood. But he still isn't quite right, his long teeth poking out from between misshapen lips, like a wolf hiding in a man's skin. His paintings are here too, their rapt faces staring down at you from the trees. Hey, no need to panic while I'm around. You helped me make my problem disappear, and I can always help you get rid of yours. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him everything. Reese, I'm so glad to see you. You won't believe what I found in there. And I'm gonna tell him everything. Reese listens intently as you explain what you found in the estate. When you describe the cell, with its dirtied walls carved deep with scratches, his eyes flash. There is unwelcome recognition here. Just like what the doctor built for me. Jordan, how much do you trust Tabitha? I'm gonna say she has nothing to do with this. It's probably all ancient history. Can't be sure, and I'm not willing to risk that. You're too important to me. I'm gonna say she's just a normal, grumpy woman. Leave her alone. I'm not willing to bet your safety on that. I mean, why did she even invite you in the first place? From what I've heard, it sounds like she hates you. If anything, this makes it all make... Oh my god! This makes it all make so much sense. But it's okay. You found out. Here, she could make any moves, which means we can stop her. He straightens up, a decisiveness seemed to settle over him. I can stop her. Wait here. I'll be back when it's done. No, though, before I go, there was something I meant to do yesterday. Reese takes a step forward, his long legs closing the distance between you. Oh, hold on. Damn. He stares down at you for a moment, his eyes crawling down to your face, taking you in before finally resting on your lips, his own part slightly revealing the tips of his gleaming fangs. He hesitates, his shoulders stiffening. I'm gonna kiss him. You start to lean forward, your eyelids fluttering. His hands are on you. One claps down on your shoulder, clutching tight as the other winds up in the back of your neck, tightening around your skull, pulling you in, pressing his lips to yours. His maw seems to engulf your entire face. His teeth close around your jaw, the warm wetness of his mouth nearly suffocating as his long forked tongue slithers out, sliding along the inside of your cheek, exploring you like it has a mind of its own. His sharp fingertips dig into the skin of your scalp, and you feel something prehensile and thin and strange, his tail wrapping around your legs, pulling you even closer. You feel thoroughly held, almost bound by the monstrous man. Then he pulls away. His chest heaves with satisfied breaths as he grins down at you, exposing the sharp teeth that had once been pressed into your cheeks just a moment ago. What in the fanfiction was that? That felt even better than I imagined. He straightens up, seeming to pull himself back together, shaking off the momentary trance. I'll protect you, I promise. That won't be our last kiss. It got an achievement. And then he's gone, scampering off into the woods, followed by his strange living paintings, on his way to do something unspeakable to your cousin. He asked you to wait, but you can't do that. Not with this town the way it is, you have to keep moving. Let me check Steam. I want to go after him. I don't want him to kill Tabitha. I fuck with Tabitha. Hmm. Doo-doo. Hmm. I'm gonna go after him. Before he gets far enough that you lose the trail, you start down the narrow deer path he seemed to be using, following the brief flashes of his paintings as they do the same. You stumble from the edge of the woods, gasping for breath, nearly gagging from overexertion. You're vaguely aware of torn clothes and torn skin, casualties of the brambles you found yourself clambering through on your way there. But at least you made it to the mines just in time to see the last of Reese's paintings disappear through a hole in the exterior fence. The miners at the entrance are none the wiser, too caught up in their chanting to notice as you slip in after him, climbing your way up to the hill towards Tabitha's trailer. As you approach, there is a sound of groaning metal, a loud crash, then a gunshot. The door to the trailer has been ripped from its hinges. There's a commotion inside, more crashing. Reese appears in the doorway, clutching his shoulder. Blood pours from between his fingers. He glances up at you, surprised, then ashamed, slumping against the railing.
Jordan, I told you not to follow me.
Say, Reese, I'm so sorry, this is all my fault, but I also told you to not do this.
I was right yesterday, and I'm right now. She's going to lock you away. This is what has to be done. Just trust me, I'm protecting you.
Half of Reese's head erupts. Droplets of blood and chunks of tissue rain down to the gravel as Tabitha steps out of her office, staring down at what's left of the young man. But he's still alive. One claw desperately holds his mangled face together as he staggers away, struggling, unable to speak through his shattered jaw. He stares at you with his one good eye, desperate and afraid, his own viscera dripping from between his fingers. Then he's running, stumbling with a jagged, uneven gait toward the tree line, until finally he slips into the safety of the dark woods. As the smell of gunpowder and viscera hangs up over you, a crowd of onlookers filters in. The air is still. In the places usually filled with the churning of industry, there is only tension and hushed whispers. But the newly formed crowd doesn't stop your cousin from focusing her gaze on you. You and that thing are buddies, huh? And you sent it up here to what, kill me? I'm saying I shot my boyfriend. I can also say I can't do this with you right now. I need to go after him. Oh, no, you don't. The cops are already on their way, so if you run now, they'll just catch up to you. Because there's no way I'm letting my cousin roam the streets while something like that is on the prowl. And if you don't stay put, it seems like I'll have to make you. You're too important to make any risks in regards to your safety. Right on cue, you hear the distant wail of a police siren approaching quickly. I was just gonna pretend we didn't all see that horse demon running around with half of its head blown off. I agree, I feel like we moved on too quickly from the horse demon. Perhaps we should comb the woods with torches and pitchforks? No. No one is going after that thing. You're all going back to work, break's over. Alright, whatever you say, boss. You should shot a demon. No way I'm gonna cross you today. I mean, fair. The crowd disperses, though many cast lingering glances as they go. One last look at the places where Reese's blood and tissues still paint the ground. Tabitha, I don't want things to be like this. I wish you would just talk to me. No, you don't. Or you would have tried. Instead, I just had to shoot a giant monster that was trying to eat me. Not a great way to start a heart-to-heart. The siren finally stops as the squad car pulls up. Deputy Franklin steps out, slamming the car door and ending her conversation before it can get anywhere useful. Well, isn't this a pleasant coincidence? I've been looking for you all morning, City Slicker. They're in a lot of trouble, Tron. Too much trouble to let you keep wandering around causing mayhem. Are you saying you were planning to take my cousin in, officer? As a matter of fact, I want Miss Scarlet. See, there have been all these problems around town lately, and I don't need any explanation. That's why I called you up here to have Tron arrested. Huh? What? My workers get a text to the fast that a mutated lunatic was sent here by this morning to attack me, and only through my own quick action I was able to survive. But I have every reason to suspect Tronum had something to do with it. And knowing what I know about Tronum, I have no reason to doubt you. Tronum, you have the right to remain silent. What the fuck? Will say, let me go, Reese needs my help. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. But Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs and in some slick police academy maneuver, the locked around your wrists in seconds flat. Miss Scarlet, one last matter of business. Since that thing is still out there, I'd prefer if you came down to the station, at least until we've done a sweep of the woods to ensure your safety. Well, like, get in the squad car like a criminal? You can follow along in your own vehicle if that would be more comfortable. But I have work to do. I can't just... I'm afraid I have to insist. Fine, okay. I'll follow along in my car. It's probably for the best. This way I can make sure Tronum is secured. Damn. As you're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Who the fuck is Sheriff Huey? Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Tronum as discussed at this morning rendezvous. Don't call me that. It all makes it sound like a kind of date at a French restaurant. It was our coffee meeting. But that was besides the point. We need to put at the farms pronto. Got ourselves a little possible 187 broom. 10-4. Damn, this stage just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you'll have to come along for the ride, miss. Well, let me drink some of my tea. Hell yeah. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road toward whatever emergency is underway, with you in tow. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there's definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. Boys and their toys, am I right? As the car pulls up to the farms, you feel it again, a tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with a threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. There's another stone here, and it is refusing to let you ignore it. The feeling is strange when you try to examine it, contradictory. Something that both desires to be alone yet at the same time needs you in its presence. It's bringing something into this world, and it needs your help delivering it. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Alright, Sheriff, what's the situation? Bo got tired of waiting for y'all to come to your job, so he took it upon himself to go investigate the Tremaine household, and he ain't come back from there, and it's been hours. Irma, I'll do the honors of briefing the officer on the current situation. You can go back to the house and let us handle it from here. But y'all don't have about all these traps and whatnot. Duke was already saying not to go in there, and kind of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, man. We're the police facing dangerous situations. It's our job. The woman, who you take to be Bo's mom, reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other building intently as the officers talk amongst themselves. Franklin, you're with me. We're headed on to get a handle on that situation. Derrickson, you listen in from the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but you're our backup if things go south, alright? Yes, sir. Think there's any hope for the hostage? Been awfully quiet. Hold on. I just realized I had my headphones on backwards. Yeah, that is much more comfortable. If you ask me, I don't suspect there's a hostage, not anymore. We'll more likely be calling in a hearse once this is all settled. With the tip of his hat, Hugbeat signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill toward the old farmhouse. Hey there, Shornum. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. Sounds like it won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. You don't really think Bo is dead in there, do you? I'd love to be wrong about this, I really would. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week, but Bo's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss, and we've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. Still as a grave, if you pardon the expression. Could you let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, I'm sure you haven't, but that's why we're going to bring you in to answer a few questions, so we can prove as much. And if we see that you really aren't a threat to the town, then we'll let you go, and that'll be that. Aren't you afraid of what Tabitha will do when she finds out you abducted me? Well, now, abducted is a very strong language. And as much as your cousin thinks she runs this town, an unappointed individual can't hold so much sway that impedes the workings of the law. We still have jobs to do, whether she likes it or not. I asked them to arrest fucking Wayne. If you guys arrested me, could you also arrest the guy who's been stalking me since he's doing real crime? A stalker, huh? Look, I'll level with you. There's not much we can do about a stalker until they do something a little more incriminating, then follow somebody around. So, you will let us know when that happens and we can see about helping you out. In the meantime, we'll keep you safe and sound down at the station. There is no boogeyman that can get you. Fuck, I have reason to suspect that there is a cursed stone here that holds some kind of ancient, possibly evil magic. Magic stone? What, like a crystal? Crystal meth, maybe. I was suspecting Julius might be a tweaker. He laughs at his own unfunny joke. There's a sound coming from the house on the hill, shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio. Derek said, come in, the sheriff is down. Those damn traps, Irma wasn't kidding. Get it together, Franklin. Is he breathing? And what is the status on Tremaine and Colway?
Something in the basement, going down now.
You hear an ungodly voice over the radio, a gunshot, and then static. Oh shit. Franklin, report. But there is only silence.
Damn it, Franklin.
I mean, take another sip of my tea, hold on. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without getting involved. But after a few seconds, he's heading up the hill, yelling something to Irma. Oh, hi! And then a figure appears outside of the car door. A moment later, you hear the click of a lock. Time to go. Hi! You get out of the car, your body moving on instinct. The stone is louder outside. Its song is buzzing in your ears, drowning out the world, calling you up the hill toward the old farmhouse. I don't think I should go in there, but I don't think I can stop myself. Oh, that's all you're able to sputter out. The buzzing drowns out your words. You can almost feel it pulling, your feet aching to move. But you have to. I'm sorry. I really would have preferred it if we could all this do together, but the witch started it early. I should have known we should. She would. The handcuffs fall away from your wrists. You weren't paying attention to what he did to make that happen because it doesn't matter. You have somewhere to be. But she's at her most vulnerable now, and she won't be expecting you. So go on. I'll be watching. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Hopefully. He gives you a hard shove forward and then is gone. Hey, what the hell just happened? Was that Wayne? But you don't have time to respond to your cousin. Today's event's already begun. The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost feels like a voice you can just barely make out. But you know it will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. You start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Hey, I'm talking to you. But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. And now you're inside. Oh yeah. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Holy shit. This old guy really is crazy, huh? Who the hell put something like that in their house? Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin to the door to the garage cracked open. Its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. Alright, Derrickson, until we're out of here, it looks like you're the new sheriff. So what the hell did we walk into? Hostage situation. Derrickson, who the hell are you talking to? Shut the fuck up or I'll shoot you again. Shit, we have to go down there, don't we? You both know what to do. Let's go. Let me adjust my blanket. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Here we are. Who the hell? So you try to undermine me, which I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated on to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag. That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Marina. Hey. Is everybody still alive? Tabitha coughs. I think I broke something. Yeah, me. Did you have to fall into the gunshot wound? You want to say Enoch fucked everyone, even the witch. The witch? The evil? She say you? She trick you into taking her side and all this? Guess I should have known. I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Speak for yourself. Jesus Christ. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. The man Julius holds a gun in a silent threat, as the person you met in the general store on Wednesday watches you from the corner. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound on his side, blood spilling onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. And in the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pain inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but it doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. What the hell is going on down there? Oh, that's Derrickson. Well, even as he yells down the stairs, his voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Sorry, every time that moves, it creeps me out. Let's bring the Scarlets up to speed, Julius. They look like a little shell-shocked. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. So the witch, I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing. She'd offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise the boy on my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Only it obviously didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered, just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. Kept trying to get at me, so I had to hold up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they clogged up the drain, so I never been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out until both here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair. A son for a son. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way. It's all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. So what, we're all supposed to just wait around until it's done or something? I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense, castle doctrine. Okay, let me drink some more tea. Okay. Why should I care what happens here? I've been just being dropped into the middle of a situation without any context. I don't need you to care, I ain't asking you to. Did Vivian never teach you manners? You're supposed to pretend to care about people, especially if they're weird freaks who have a gun. People should care even more about somebody they don't know. You didn't care about me much though, did you? Not until somebody who actually gave a shit about was in trouble. I think you might have made it a little hard with all the traps and stuff. No, maybe we haven't been here long enough to see yet, kid, but people pick favorites. They don't even know it. They think they're giving everybody a fair shake. But not the guy with the hard look in his eye, huh? Not the guy who doesn't say his pleases and thank yous just the right way, and they're right. The room falls into silence. The echoes of his outbursts die against the walls of the cramped cellar. And why is Deputy Franklin shot? All I did was walk in. You can't just walk into a man's house and expect to have a run of the place. You were getting ready to pull out your gun. I was defending myself. Do you know to contact her, the witch? Of course I fucking do. You think I'm some sort of idiot who makes a deal without some way to get out of it? Not my fault that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is I tried, but the only means of contact I've got is that faucet over there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's her preferred method of communication, like her internet, I suppose. But as you can see, it's currently out of order. My boy's got his meat all up in there. We won't be getting a dropout until he's calmed down. You'll have your witch as soon as this is all settled. So don't do anything stupid, none of you. Oh my god. The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So we're just supposed to wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born and we all forget it's ever happened. What the fuck should I do? Last time we let Julius kill the baby. But I kinda wanna let it hatch at this time, but who will I sacrifice? That's true, Dr. Kelly died last night. Even if Bo survives this, I don't think we can get him the help it needs on time. He's dead? Oh, it's 10:30. 10 more minutes and I'll have to take my supplement. She's dead? How? Something happened. Blood everywhere. Some morning. This makes it even easier then. The Calloway kid is dying no matter what. Jesus. How do you know it'll stop with Bo? It sounds like it was hunting you before it found him. What happens when it gets hungry again? I don't appreciate you trying to pick all this apart. Just sit there and stay quiet, and we won't have any trouble, got it? Does it matter what it does? It's not like we're going to stick around. It won't get the chance to go after Julius. I'll be taking you in. Not if we hurry up and die. Is it the witch? Did the witch tell you how to take care of these things once it's done? It's meant to be a kid when it's done. Other people seem to figure out that to raise those all the time. No need giving me parenting tips. Most babies don't eat people to live. This doesn't seem that unusual to me, actually. Isn't this kind of what babies do to their mothers? It's not like they're eating takeout in front of 9 months, you know? Exactly what the kids say. Yeah, the inside of a pregnant lady looks just like that. Okay, a few less roots attached, but other than that, not far off. Oh my god. Rose squirms with discomfort, so the baby seems to be digging deeper. Oh my god, the situation. Franklin, how did you get down there? What happened? Stairs were blocked when we got here. Tried to go down, didn't notice the gun. It's my property, let the record say that I had every right to defend myself. Life is unfair to you, so you what? Kill a man over it? I'm not killing anybody. I'm just standing here. It's not like I did a single thing to Bo. He's trespassed on my property. Everybody knows not to do that. What happened to him is his problem. And what about me? You shot me. Save your breath, asshole, and maybe you won't die so quick. Turnham, shut up. I am begging you to stop talking. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises as the thing takes more of him. I guess we just gotta let it ride, huh? The witch. She clearly betrayed you. This doesn't seem like what she promised you, does it? Damn it, none of you people have patience. He needs time and needs food. It can't be easy making a baby this way. It's not easy making it the normal way either, from what I hear. But isn't it still beautiful even the way it is now? It's eating him alive. You should be horrified. Yeah, it's horrifying. There's literally nothing we can do about it, so maybe we should all just sit quietly until it's over. I suggest that all of you listen to Miss Scarlet. Well, you've said enough. The only thing left to do is wait until the creature is finished. We'll do this way this time. Oh, Jesus. He rests against the wall waiting, watching the thing as it slowly solidifies its breath, more confident as Rose grows shallow. I can't let this happen. He attempts to lean forward, reaching with bloodied hand for his gun, but Tabitha kicks him, stopping in mid-motion, his face contorting with pain. Quit it. Just let the guy have his freak baby, or do you want to get shot again? I don't appreciate your tone, young lady. Remember, in my house, it don't matter who you're related to here. Okay, you're a normal baby. Happy? Hey, Jesus. Everyone watches each other with unease. Is it alright if I sit by him? Sure, but I'll shoot you if you make any sudden moves, kid. I don't want to be, but I will. Avery shifts, settling closer to Bo. They take his hand in theirs, which doesn't seem to do anything to comfort the man as the roots sink deeper, taking more. I'm sorry, Bo. It'll be over soon, okay? You're not alone. Nobody should die alone. can't die. Mama would be sad. Jesus. But he does. The thing finally pulls away from what's left of Bo, and in place of the dead man's breathing, its ungodly cries fill the room. Sarabba, you just killed a man. No, I watched him die. I killed you, or at least I will have if you even finish dying. The creature's connection to its womb has been severed, and the house groans unnaturally, straining under the weight of the meat that's infiltrated the walls. The faucet in the corner of the room, finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor. You want your witch? Well, here she comes. That woman is the literally last person on earth I want to see right now. Did she tell you what you're supposed to do with it now? Do you know what it eats? I mean, what else it eats? Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pulling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. We're not calling him it. He gets a proper name. Joseph, after my father. And I bought some baby food. You think he'll like creamed spinach? The water is suddenly much higher. It rises up past your ankles. Oh, Tabitha sees it too. Is anyone else seeing the water? If it doesn't, maybe it's for a taste of pig. Got a fresh one here. If that thing gets anywhere near me... It's like everyone else in the room is in a different world, arguing while the water rises around them, as if they don't even see it. And then they're swallowed up in the flood. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. The mouse changed. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. It's an eye. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the one who had the vision, not yet. It only has been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother, but you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. Of course I'll stop it. Don't worry so much, daughter. No, Mother, I've seen it. You'll try to stop it and you will die. But there's another path. Take my power. I give it willingly. But I want you to be your own person. I can't do this to you. I can't lose you. You will lose me in any path but this. If we do nothing, we'll die with everyone else. If we flee, I have the weight of 1,000 lives on my shoulder. I couldn't live. I would be lost either way. This is the way it must be. Well, accept and take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She's not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come. The village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. You start a new life. Oh, let me just take my supplement. Okay. You have another daughter. This time, the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what's coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen. Everyone inside the walls failing to the curse of the plague, falling. You are among their numbers, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There's another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be strong as you are, not after what you had to do. But she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Take your daughter back. You do not offer an explanation before trying to take her back. She rebels. Her power is weak, but enough that she is not easy to contain. She is frightened. Explain it to her as it was explained to you. You tell her what's coming. You explain what she has to give up. What both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her, as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries and cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. The entire city rests on the decision to stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run away from you. No plague comes. The city never knows what it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is a part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die from the sake of many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing. If only you have more power of your own. You can call your daughter to you. No, you call. You raise them differently these days. His quiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Take her back. This daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifices and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here. You have discovered if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you. And for a time you humor him. You allow him to give him a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage, not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed. A fledgling nation devouring the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming, whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter until you don't. It's time to rest. Take her back and erase the man. Yeah, okay. She joins her sisters, and that is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. I remove him. The hole where he was filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way you would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from this world. You and your daughter. The vision still finds you, but here they are small, the decision simple. You make them all the same, helping you where you can. The storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside. Bodies burning at the very rock patch's fire. Children screaming. There's your flesh bubbles with then silence as lung fills with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Take her back. She joins her sisters and so many up before her. Disaster is averted, lives are saved, and you have another daughter. But that's not what happened. Not this time. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out the hills together as a plum of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day, like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way in now, whether you help him or not. More than the thread you follow comes into focus, and for the first time, you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you have ever hoped to follow. It's told eternal and incalculable. But there's a new thread too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough, when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you will care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. You can't, but you did. Take her back and summon the entity into the world. You welcome her back, as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be, if you're to stop the hurt that would scar the world without you there to guide it. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. Tronan? Tabitha? What are you two doing here? Are you real? Yeah, we're real. Are you? I don't know, probably. I wasn't expecting anyone to see me off, especially I wasn't expecting the two of you. So that means you've made up my mind, yeah. Don't try to talk me out of it, it won't work. You're kidding me. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc, and all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes the power for herself. She'd be able to fix the town and make the people can actually leave again. I don't know what you're... Okay, fine, I know what you're talking about, but do you think I'd like being stuck? No. I just know that I need to grin and bear it for the sake of everything my family built. That includes the town. For Sybil's plan to work, it would mean destroying Scarlet Hollow. So the town sucks. It's lived long past expiration date, you know that. That doesn't mean it has to die, and it doesn't mean you have to die. I'm not dying, but I'm fine with it, okay? My life is about to actually mean something.
What decision? Kanika's trying to sacrifice herself because her mom said so. Hey, you're living a lot out. Just not because she said so. I mean, you saw the whole vision, right? Generations of people are going to suffer if I don't help her. That includes the two of you, by the way. And you know this is all true because she said so. She's not lying. I know she's not. Sure, the same way she wasn't lying about your whole life or about her being some kind of immortal witch. Whatever, like your family didn't keep secrets, at least mine are cool. But shit, I guess. Do you really feel like your life has been meaningless? I'm a college dropout working a dead-end job in a dead-end town, lying to myself every day that I'll get out to do something bigger with my life. That I never could, and apparently it was never my fault. Do you know what a relief it was to learn that? Now I have a chance to make sure that no one else gets stuck the way I did, or the way Stella did, or even you, Tabitha. This is so much more than most people could do in a lifetime, saving all these people. It's my purpose in life. Yeah, she made sure of that, didn't she? She made sure I was in the right mindset to be able to accept what she had done. It's still my choice. Shit. I'm gonna remain silent. You say nothing, waiting for either Kanika or Tabitha to speak. I think this is all fucking stupid. What, you're going to do what Sybil says? No questions asked? That's not the Kanika I know. You're as stubborn as I remember. As I am. That thing is asking you to give up your life for some vague greater purpose. And even that is probably a lie. It says it's done this before. Probably came up with a perfect line to feed each and every one of its victims so they'll give up willingly. Don't you have dreams and ambitions and, I don't know, stuff you want to do? Do you really think none of this matters just because it said so? Where is this coming from? I thought you hated me. No, Kanika. I have respect for you. You stick to your guns. You're the only one who hates me. I don't hate you, Oh, that's enough, dear. There's no need to let Tabitha get under your skin. You already know the right answer, remember? You're right. All of this needs to end. I know what I have to do. I should have known you'd be trouble, Tabitha. You and your family have always valued your hold over the town, over the happiness of its residents. How can you look around at the way things are and see anything but misery? Do you know what I see when I look at Scarlet Hollow? I don't care. I see the remains of some long dead thing. Hollowed out mountains where hollowed out people work out to scrape the last few crumbles of death, but from dried up seams, hoping to animate the corpses of this town for long enough that that they can see tomorrow. It's not going to stay that way, and you know that. Of course, and I know why too. But does Jordan know why? Have you thought to mention it? Shut up. I'm getting you out of here, Kanika. Tabitha doesn't waste another moment. She rushes forward, her hand outstretched toward Kanika. Oh shit, speak the name that was carved into the cell wall. Of course, the scratching on the wall. This was what it was for. Turnham, no, you don't know what you don't have to know how to speak it. The thought of it brings the sound to your lips. The name forcing its way out, yearning to be free from your mind and used as the dagger it is. Holy shit! The dagger tears into her. Everything that is not her pours out of the delicate tapestry of her existence. The parts she arranged so neatly scattering, their voices filling the dream around you. Confusion, as her careful order is appended. A single dangling thread comes into focus. Well, what's going on? Is she winning or losing? Before another word can slip out through her lips, Tabitha's mouth seems to vanish. She silently claws at the mouth, at the smooth skin where it used to be. Bro, what the fuck? I'm still as strong as I was. Don't be fooled by the appearances. Jordan, listen to me. I'm one of the very few people who want to see you walk free, truly free. Tabitha knows this. Do you know she's advocating for my daughter because she likes her? Of course not. At the end of the day, she's a self-interested girl, and her interest is maintaining her power over you. Because she knows if I have power, I will end the hold your family has over you and me and the whole town. But even if you don't believe a word I've said about your own safety, I'll give you something else too. A piece of my power to keep for yourself. As you are now, you're limited in your potential. There's so much more you could be. I could give you that. Consider it a wish granted. I only need to finish what I started. I can get more traits. Oh my, or I can also pull the thread. Well, if you want me to trust you, then give me what you're promising now. Show me you can. I can't. It requires a strength I don't currently possess. If you want what I've offered you, you'll just have to trust me. I'm doing this for everyone, remember that. Shit. Wait, I want to save. And first of all, I want to pull the thread. And then maybe I get another trait. You ignore her offer, you grab the thread and pull. The delicate tapestry is unwoven, the witch's careful work torn open, if only momentarily, as the daughter's hands are finally unbound enough to grab for their mother. Their cries are a song, calling you out as they drag her into the depths of their mass, craving her warmth, her attention, her love, as it has been so long since she held them. The tapestry weaves itself shut around her. Their cries grow quiet, sated. The witch is gone. Kanika catches a breath into the space once occupied by her sisters. Now she stands alone. Though she really isn't alone, not anymore, and she never will be. She wears the waves of all the generations of power. Someone has to. What did you do to me? Tabitha's lips finally unseal. Her mouth reappears fixed in a confused scowl. That's a good question. She gone, or is she what you were going to be? I can feel her in here, but she's small. So small, it's like she's just a thought. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. A manic laugh breaks through her shock. You can't keep saying that to people, Tronum. It's okay, Tabitha, it's funny. But I don't think she's dead. She's just like the rest of them now. Like I was going to be. Good thing this is insane. Magic isn't supposed to be real. She let me say that so many times, all while she knew. Am I supposed to do whatever she was going to do? How do I even know what that is? She never told me anything or taught me anything. How am I supposed to save this town if I don't even know what's wrong with it? Tabitha doesn't respond, averted from you or attention somewhere else. This is all too confusing. We should get out of here. I need time to think. Do you know how to leave? You think so? Everybody hold on, okay? Kanika takes both of your hands. She pulls and the world's shifting nauseatingly around you. It feels like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, her grip firm as reality seems to rush to meet you until finally you surface. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. Tulip! Janie! This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapter. Stay tuned for updates. If you'd like to carry on your progress. Okay, so let's save this one. And then load this one. And then I want powerful builds. You don't open your mouth only thinking to yourself, but she smiles a knowing smile. You want strength, capability, power over the flesh? Consider it done. The dream stitches itself back together. Confusion fades, order returns. The thread is woven back into the tapestry of the experiences with the witch has stitched onto herself. And Kaniki's gone. You feel it instantly. She really did it. She changed you. Power over the flesh is what she had said, and indeed, as you flex your limbs, they respond with vigor. There is meat there that wasn't before, and it is all under your control. You feel the undeniable urge to pick up large objects. Tabitha's mouth sealed itself, her lips reappearing in her usual scowl. Awesome. You let Kanika die so you could get big muscles? Great trade. The witch reestablishes herself in the room. She isn't deaf, Tabitha. She too looks different. Her hair is a vibrant red, her face smooth and youthful. She's proud of me now. She still talks. I'm just the only one who hears it now. Shut up, Sibyl. That's something even worse. It's Carmilla now. No one is going to know who you're talking about if you use that name. She's still here, by the way. The same way all of them are. Though she's the loudest for now. The most recent not used to being a part of the whole just yet. I didn't want to do this, you know. Of course I do, but it was the right choice. The first right choice anyone in your family has made in generations. Take comfort in that, Tabitha. You're ending what they never should have started. Let's get going. The town won't be safe without us after all. Hold on, Tabitha. Are we sure we can trust her? Oh, now you're not sure if we can trust her. I thought you had a whole plan or whatever. Did you just want to see Kanika disappear for fun? Calm down, Tabitha. What's done is done. You know this is better choice for Tronan. And you in the long run, though. Maybe you weren't quite able to see that yet, but don't worry. You have a loyal companion on your side now. I'll fix everything, I promise, but for now... Carmilla takes both of your hands, gripping you delicately around the wrist. Tabitha winces, like she has been grabbed by a decaying corpse. Fate has laid a path for us. Best not to keep it waiting. Camilla tugs gently, and the world shifts nauseatingly around you. It feels like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, the dream rushing away like water down a drain, until finally you resurface. And we're back here. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. Tulip! Janie! And I finished episode 5 with Powerful Build. Just like that. Oh, this is fun. Okay, let's save. Stay tuned. That is crazy. I love it so much. This run was fun. Super cool. Yeah, I really think so. Talking to animals was definitely such a cool one to have. But now I guess I have Powerful Build. I'm still not sure when the final chapters will come out, which saved preset I'm going to use, because with my first playthrough I did about 2-3 endings, and this one I had 2, so I guess I'll have to choose one of them to start my other playthrough when the final chapters finally come out. So that'll be fun. Maybe I'll make a poll when the time comes. And there it is. Well, I think for my next stream next week I'll play a different game. To be determined, but I'm very excited. And I hope you are as well. And with that, I will be finishing stream. I'll let the game sound be like this because it's fine. Yep, oh hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Now, let's find someone to raid, shall we? And the song's a banger. Okay, thanks for the stream. Take care. No, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Ooh. Wait, I love this game. Tapioca's playing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. So I think we should totally look into that. Well, thank you again so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate you watching my second playthrough of Scarlet Hollow. Be on the lookout for Discord announcements for next week's stream, where I still decide which game to play, so be on the lookout for that. Don't mention it's always great. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening. Rest well and have a good weekend. Bye bye.
Green silver, a bit worn and faded, but
Just leveled up. Hey, are you trying to
Thank you
tickle
for the
me?
raid.
Take a step back. Now to the right, and to the left,
Give you
Now
a
twirl, honey,
shout out.
twirl, and twirl, honey, twirl.
Scarlet Hollow, what is that? I'm really enjoying
someone
this game so
desperately tried
far.
to stop the bleeding. I think I found the place where they took Angela.
Doing good. How about you? Hope your stream went well. Oh, fighting time.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend.
There you go. That's 2 down.
Don't cry, you'll live.